Wait for it. Good afternoon, everybody. It is afternoon. It's 12 o'clock. Let me test my audio real quick and we will get started here. Alright, that audio sounds fine. Welcome to the stream, everybody. I'll be doing a quick comparison while we get started here. Alright. Let's move the mic away just a little bit here and we'll get started. Hope everybody's having a good week. Had a good 4th of July. And we're going to get started real quick. As you might have known from the community post from last night and the video from Thursday, this stream is going to be dedicated to going into about an hour of the Resident Evil HD remaster on the Nintendo Switch. We are doing a giveaway for a digital copy of this on the Switch this month. So this is kind of going to be our little stream of, hey, let's showcase how this game runs for anybody interested in the giveaway. And yeah, I think we're ready to get started. If you're curious about what's going on the channel right now, I've got a lot of backlog stuff I've been working on. Well, I've also been taking a lot of time lately to play other games, play stuff with a couple friends. I've actually done a lot more non-review gaming than I have in a very long time. I started Elder Scrolls Online on the PS4 yesterday. I've been playing Fallout 76, SnowRunner on multiple systems. But, I'm trying to kind of push myself back into, work mode since I normally have like 3, 4 backup reviews at any given time. And right now I only have 2. But anyways, what we're working on right now is I've been trekking through Destroy All Humans. I received that as a review copy on release day. I really want to dive into Doki Doki Literature Club Plus. I never played the original on PC. And I've got a few other things I am working on. Anything on here at the moment? No, that's basically the immediate future. And Ninja Gaiden Collection and the other Atelier games when I can, honestly, as sad as it is to say, when I can get around to them because I've got a lot to work on. Anyways, that's basically the little notes of what's going on the channel. So we'll go ahead and start booting up Resident Evil HD Remaster. Like I said, we're going to dive into that for about an hour or so. And I'm not going to start counting that hour until we actually get into the game. That way you actually have like an hour of gameplay stuff. Okay. So, this is, if you don't know, the original Resident Evil game released on the PS1 back in '96. And this is a remake that originally released on the GameCube in 2002. The GameCube version was ported to newer systems, dubbed Resident Evil HD Remaster, and that includes this Nintendo Switch version. The remake is also a bit different from the original, a lot of different item placement, some new stuff thrown in here and there, mechanics and item and puzzle wise. Obviously, leaderboards weren't built into the PS1 way back in the day. Got gallery and achievements. I'm not going to go into that because I've got a couple. I've completed the game save files on here. And as you take a look at the thumbnail, we're probably going to be going through as Miss Jill Valentine. Sorry about that. I was taking a look at the chat and got distracted there for a second. Ninja Girl Master says, I suggest reviewing older games on the Switch like Crosscode. I'm sure I will at some point. Right now, I'm kind of going through a backlog of stuff that I've had for review copies. Like Doki Doki Literature Club and Ninja Gaiden I don't have review copies of, but I still need to trek through Atelier Fierce and the new version of Lydian Suel, which were review copies from Koei Tecmo. They've been really good to me, so I really need to get on that. Anyways, more into the Resident Evil HD Remaster. Let's go ahead and hit New Game, and we'll look at a couple different things that have changed. So we've got two display options. We can do like 4:3 like the original game, or we can do wide, so it's full screen. We're doing full screen. Controls are basically like alternate, allows you to move around without traditional tank controls. Because if you remember in the original Resident Evil game, to be able to turn, you actually had to stop and hit left and right on the D-pad for Jill or Chris to actually like turn directions. But alternate lets you have a much more modernish feel with running around, like in Resident Evil Zero. So we're going to be using that for the updated control style that is a lot easier to use. And Zonic says, will you make a Pokemon Arcane review? Pokemon Arcane. If you're talking about the Arceus games that's coming out later on, I probably will. Let me just make sure that I'm not confusing that for something else. Yeah, yeah, if that's what you mean, that's what we're gonna do. So let's see. We'll keep subtitles off. Actually, no, we'll keep subtitles on. We're not gonna get into any spoilery stuff. We're only gonna be playing for an hour. So let's go ahead and go into here. We've got the difficulty question, which is really weird because it's like this is like easy, normal, and hard. It's just like kind of weird how they describe it. It's like I like taking a walk. Basically, it's a lot easier. So we're gonna go with normal, just kind of a middle ground thing. I have made my way around this remake a time or two. Alright, so we're going to go through the normal difficulty. Now, something that wasn't built into the GameCube remake were costumes for Chris and Jill. If you select down on the D-pad, you can use their Resident Evil 5 designs. Well, technically, Chris's Resident Evil 5. This outfit from Jill was not in Resident Evil 5, at least during the main game. This is kind of more based on her Resident Evil Revelations costume. If you recall, in Resident Evil 5, she had blonde hair and a little bit of a different outfit. But we're going to go with Jill. And you know what? Let's use her Resident Evil 5 or Resident Evil Revelations outfit. Because I've actually never used this outfit with her in the remake. Amazon says maybe I'm wrong with the title, but yes, the one that would be totally new. Yeah, the Pokemon Legends Arceus or Arceus or however you pronounce it. I definitely will be grabbing and reviewing that. I've always loved the Pokemon series since it first came out, so I really enjoy diving into the games and covering them after I've played them.
Alpha team is flying around the forest zone, situated.
All right, we'll go through the intro cinematic just so you can see how the CG stuff is. Because if you watched my review of this when I reviewed it like, what, a year ago, 2 years ago? I noted that this and the Resident Evil Zero HD remaster on the Switch had a good amount of blurriness, specifically in the CG cutscenes. When you get into gameplay, it looks great, but for some reason, like the FMV CG did not transfer over well. Now, I don't know if this is the same on the PS4 because I haven't played it on the PS4.
But we lost contact.
Look, Chris.
I have actually only played this remake on the Nintendo Switch and PC, specifically through Steam.
Save for the remaining body of Kevin.
So basic setup of this is like you're part of a special police force from Raccoon City. You go into the mountains to investigate some murder mystery stuff. Your alternate team, Bravo team, got shot down, or at least that's what it looks like, and you get chased into a nearby mansion, and that is where the majority of the game takes place. This is actually a bit more lengthy than the original, and if you notice, the costumes do not reflect in the CG. Jill's right there in her default costume, not the BSAA uniform that we chose for her. And if you played the original, you might remember that this cutscene right here in the original was live action. They actually recorded a few live action scenes for the original game that did not get recreated for this one. So, Here we are getting attacked by the dogs, and soon all of us are going to start running towards the mansion. As we just kind of like stand there and watch our buddy get eaten. And if you're noticing here, you can probably see some of the blurriness in these CG cutscenes. Like, not that it's a really big issue, because it doesn't translate into gameplay later on. It's just something that I noticed as I played.
Hey, Bragg! Where the hell's he going? Chris, this way.
And if you also notice, the voice acting on this, I think, is intentionally a little bit on the cheesy, goofy side. Because the original PS1 Resident Evil had really bad, goofy voice acting. But that's also something that a lot of fans of the series like about it, because it's entertaining. The remake voice acting isn't nearly as goofy as the original, but it is a little goofy here and there. Now we should transport into the mansion and be able to start the game.
There are only 3 STARS members left now. Captain Wesker, Barry, and myself. We don't know where Chris is.
And here's the setup. We're about to hit gameplay here in just a minute after another scene.
What is this place?
And as you can see, Jill is now in
Not quite
her
your ordinary house.
BSAA uniform that we chose for her at the
Hey, Wesker,
new
where's
game.
Chris?
I do kind of
Don't
wish
know.
you could use this costume
wanna go
without
back
her
up.
hat, but, you know,
But we've got to find...
take what you
What
can
was
get.
that? Chris?
No.
Jill, go and investigate.
I'm going with her.
Jumbo says, bought it because I really liked it
Chris
back
and
in the
I go back a
PS1
long
area, but
way.
haven't played it yet on the
Alright.
Switch.
You
It's
two
a
go.
really
I'll
good
secure
remake.
this area.
Like, it's not like one-to-one to the original, because they did add a few things here and there, but it is probably one of my favorite video game remakes. It's extremely faithful to the original with adding some new content and new lore here and there.
A dining room.
Alright, now we're in the dining room. We should have... There we go. So, on what I was saying about the controls, tank controls worked like this, where I'm saying, I want to turn to the right. Oh, I can only go forward or backwards, so to go to the right, I have to actually hit right on the D-pad, turn, and then go forward to go right. But in the remake, with the alternate controls we're using, I can just hit the analog stick and move in any direction I want. It does feel a bit 8-directional, kind of, because it is based on a game that was built around tank controls. But the modern makes it a lot more... It makes it a lot nicer. So now let's go ahead and travel to this other area of the room for another cutscene.
I think you'd better take a look
And
at
we will
this.
get full reign on the gameplay here in just a couple minutes. Just got to get a few story things here and there. Got a few setups to do.
Jill, see if you can find any other clues. I'll be examining this. Let's just hope it's not Chris's.
Yeah, I just can't get around how awkward and weird Jill looks in that hat. So I think that's the only costume she's ever had where she's actually worn a hat. Well, a hat that completely covers up, like, a hat with a bill on it. Because, I mean, I think the beret looks good in her default costume. But let's go investigate in this other room, and we'll get to the recreation of the first zombie moment that is pretty close to how it was in the original as well. Ninja Growmaster says, I played through RE4 a few times not long ago after I got the unlimited rocket launcher. It got really fun. Yes, that's one thing I love about Resident Evil games. Because you've got this big survival zombie adventure that you go through, that you struggle through, but then once you do challenges to unlock like the infinite ammo weapons, it is just such a huge power trip and a lot of fun to go through all those areas and just annihilate everything without having to worry about conserving ammo. Jumbo says, "Oh, I like the alternative control scheme." Oh yeah, it is super good. And Gabriel says, "Think they will release the Resident Evil 2 and 3 remakes on the Switch?" I don't know. When the 3 remake first came out on the Switch, there was, or not on the Switch, but on PS4 and Xbox One and PC, there were rumors that there were like data mines of a Nintendo Switch release, but it never happened. Could they do it? I think so. It would probably be a bit on the blurry side, and I would love it, but you know, that's all on Capcom, because I know right now they're working on the DLC for Resident Evil Village. Alright, here's our little cinematic cutscene of our first zombie. But yeah, I love the RE2 remake, and I thought the 3 remake was a lot of fun, despite all of the things they cut out of it. I'd love to have them on the Switch, because I've played them on the go on the GPD devices, like the GPD Win Max and the GPD3. Alright, let's go ahead and take this guy out. And we're gonna have to move around because the camera angles of this game make this a little bit tricky. Hold on, let's go into our... No, not the map. I want to go into my inventory with this. Let's make sure... Nope. Alright, we'll go back into the handgun and waste so much ammo on this one zombie that technically we don't even have to fight. We could have just gone through that door and he would have followed us in there and Barry would have killed him. But we got him. Let's see, is that blood pool next to him? Yep. Yep, the blood pool lets you know that he's dead. So let's go back into the other room for another cutscene. Let's see, Ninja Girl Master, what are your thoughts on cloud versions of games on the Switch like RE7? Well, sadly we didn't get the RE7 cloud version in the West, so it was really hard to use. But I'm kind of on the fence about them. Like, I really enjoy that I got to first experience Control on the Switch with the cloud version, and I went to grab it on PC and had a load of fun with it there. But I kind of wish that it wasn't a trend. I kind of wish it was just a one-off thing, because when they announced stuff like Hitman and the Guardians of the Galaxy game got announced for the Switch as a cloud version, I feel like that's just kind of like, hey, if you don't want to go through the work of optimizing a game for the Switch, you can just make it a cloud version and make it run on a server. Which, I mean, on the Switch, it kind of defeats the purpose of a handheld system when you are required to be tethered to the internet for a game that isn't made to be all online all the time. Now with MMOs, like if Phantasy Star Online 2 came to the Switch not as a cloud version, that would be a little bit understandable. Or, you know, games like Overwatch, Apex Legends, and all that. But a game that is meant to be played offline, like Control, it's just kind of restricting to say, oh, hey, we made this for the Switch, but you have to be tethered to the internet, and, you know, you need to have really good internet, and you better hope that there's not that many people also accessing the servers. Because that was a big problem with Control. Control worked well, but I had to not be using my internet with any other devices in my house. And I would have to always use the low graphics mode to get it to actually not give me the whole, your internet connection is too low. And I've never gotten the Hitman cloud version to work, even with all of those factors in.
Good idea.
Like, I didn't review the Hitman 3 cloud version, not because I didn't want to play it, but because I was never able to actually play it. It had such high internet requirements that my 35 down and like 510 up could never even start it. Alright, so let's take a look at our settings here, because one of you guys did chime in about that. Yeah, Luck DM said that's dark even though I put brightness to the max. So we can see what our brightness level is at. Yeah, mine's brightness is just kind of like the default right now. So if I wanted to raise it up, it goes all the way up to... goes up a lot. So let's set it around maybe 60. That should be a little bit brighter for you guys for watching the video. Make sure that actually took. Oh, it didn't. It didn't look much different. Saving content, or well, saving my settings. So that should be a little bit brighter for you guys. If all right, let's lower it down just a little bit. That does make it a little bit grainy, because that's one thing I have noticed about Resident Evil games. When you raise the brightness up all the way, it gets very grainy. Ninja Grill Master says, my thoughts exactly, not a fan of cloud-based games on a portable console. Amazonic said he'll be right back. Well, we will be here when you get back. Caesar187 says, playing Ninja Gaiden series at the moment, currently on Sigma 2. Same. I've played a bunch of Ninja Gaiden 1, and I am currently working on 2 in regards to like experiencing the collection on the Switch and doing coverage of it. Alright, we can't go in here yet. We're just kind of like searching the area, so we just run around the room, go make sure we explore all the areas so we can get this cutscene.
Barry.
To get Barry to finally leave, so I have free reign and can actually explore to my heart's content.
Same here.
Chris and now Wesker.
Caesar says just had an update for Sigma 2 today. Oh, good.
I'll investigate the dining
I'll have to
Okay, then I'll try the door.
go on my other unit and download that update to see if anything
Could
changed.
easily get lost. Let's start from the first floor.
Because I always got to do that for stuff I'm covering. Because like
It's a lock.
when I reviewed Car X Drift
Use of it.
Racing Online last week, when I was making the review, I saw an update pop up for the game. Like, oh crap! Well, now I got to go back and
Something happened.
make sure that they didn't fix any of the problems that I mentioned in the review. Otherwise, I've got to redo parts of the review. All right, Barry's gone. He gave me a lockpick. Does the lockpick take up a slot? No. Good. And we'll cycle through defense items. Okay, lockpick's there. We've got the emblem. We don't have much in the handgun, but I know where we can get more. So let's pop over here. Unless that requires that key. It might require that key. Let's see here. No, there's a zombie back here. Let's see if we can't carefully push that out of the way. We'll pop back here for just a moment. We'll see a zombie as well as something we can take. What item is back here this time? Ah, yes, it's got a self-defense dagger instead of an ink ribbon like in the original. And this is kind of like the tutorial because defensive items were introduced in this game, where you could automatically use a self-defense knife if a zombie grabs you. That way you don't have to take all that damage. Ninja Grill Master says has to have to hop off. Resumes and take on video games. You should do podcasts. Enjoy the stream. Yep, you have a good rest of your day. Thanks for popping in. Alright, so let's go in and make sure the self-defense dagger got equipped. Good. It's automatic, but I always like to make sure. Caesar, yeah, I beat this game on GameCube. Remember when it first came out? I also remember when it first came out, but I didn't have a GameCube, so I didn't actually play it until it came to Switch and PC. Alright, now this area is meant for him to grab you, so you can use the self-defense dagger. Just like that. Now I'm just gonna run this way. Let's leave. And we will block him in. Now we could have moved this little table cabinet to get this map from the statue, that little sparkling thing, but I don't really need it. Okay, so and here's one of the changes in the remake. Originally, you could use the lockpick on this door, but you have to have a sword key for that, and we'll have to go grab that key, hopefully finding some ammo on the way, because I'm running a little bit low. Actually, the sad thing about me playing this remake is I'm constantly thinking about item placement, because I've probably played the original Resident Evil, the PS1 version, probably 40 or 50 times. So I always think, I'm like, okay, let me think. I know that there is handgun ammo under this here, and it is over here. And then I kind of like have to look there, and I'm like, wait, was it also there in the remake? So we're going to find out. Because where you find the first zombie, there's some extra ammo clips for the Beretta over in this room. And I don't remember if it's still there in the remake. So let's find out. There's the dead zombie. There's Kenneth. No, that's a default item. It's a key item. Let's see here. No. Because it was right next to his body. And yes, I know I'm going the wrong way. I need to go. Let's see here. I know where I need to go. I need to go this way, and I... Actually, no, I need to get the arrowhead before I go outside. Oh, let's see. Caesar, Resident Evil 0, and all of those as well. GameCube had some great titles, that it did. Gabriel says Revelations is underrated. Yes, it is. The only thing I don't like about Revelations is the fact that the HD version kept the awkward control scheme that was based around the 3DS. Alright, let's grab some healing items real quick. Even though that's not what I'm looking for. I'm hoping to find some more handgun ammo before we have to go out and get the key. So let's go up these stairs. Up these stairs, Jill. There you go. Alright, we'll go through this door into another area. Shin says, I have the 3DS version of Revelations. Almost feels like a collector's item at this point. I have that as well. I originally played Revelations on the 3DS. And then, I played it later when it came to... it didn't come to Vita. Because Revelations 2 was Vita's thing. Oh, and even more health items. Let's just fill up our entire inventory with health items. I'm gonna combine these just to preserve space, even though I know that I'm probably gonna find a red herb to combine these with, and I'm gonna feel really weird about it. But that's okay. Tommy comes in and says, been watching you since last year, loved your videos, happy to see you play live. Well, thank you a lot for that. I really enjoy what we're doing. Or well, I always say stuff like what we're doing, but in all honesty, it's just me. Let's see here. I need something else for... No, I need the helmet key for that. So let's go back. And we'll go back down through here. Wait for that to load. Alright. Let's go back through this area. And now we're out of ammo. This... Yeah, they made the zombies a little tougher in the remake, too. Just like with the remake of Resident Evil 2, zombies are really tanky in that. Okay, I don't have any defense items, so I need to just push him out of the way. Let's head into this other room. No, not this room. Here's what I'm looking for. I need the golden arrow so I can take it apart to make the arrowhead. And that's what we can use to get that first key. Okay. That zombie's going to be coming back, unfortunately. We might have to tank another hit from him. We're at caution. Yeah, might as well play it safe and use a healing item. Let's see if I can't lure him over here so I can kind of try to dip and dive around him. I see him moving in the mirror. It looks like he's stuck. There we go. Dodged around him. Let's go grab that stuff and hopefully some handgun ammo while we're at it. See, Shin says over-the-shoulder 3D is awesome. I didn't bother buying Revelations on the seat. No 3D seemed like a downgrade. Oh, you mean the 3D feature of the 3DS? Yeah, that was a neat feature in some games. I didn't use it very much, but I would always like go in. I'm like, all right, let's see what it does in this game. Let's see if I'll like it here. But yeah, like I said earlier, the only problem I had with the Revelations console version is they didn't change the control scheme to feel more like the other console games. It felt a little restricted, feeling too much like they just said, hey, let's just take this 3DS game and spruce up the graphics a little bit and say, here you go, console people. Nothing against Capcom, it's just kind of how that felt. Let me think. I think there's another puzzle we can do here, isn't there? No, it's not gonna let me do the puzzle yet. Okay, let's go outside and get this key. With our knife and our bulletless Beretta. All right, and we're fine. Hold on. I'm pretty sure you can't break these pots. I'm fairly sure. No, you can't. All right, let's just go outside. Let's just go outside. Wait, no. The outside isn't here. It is up here. Forgot where the stupid door was. There we go. Now we can go out here, use the arrowhead to solve a puzzle, and get our first key. Let's see. And I'm on the lookout, trying to remember where all the extra ammo is. Nope, it's locked from the other side, so we can't go there yet. Let's pop over here. I see ammo that I can't use yet. Well, I have shotgun shells, but I don't have the shotgun yet. Oh well. Let's use the arrowhead here. In one of the new puzzles for the remake, is an indentation in the shape of an arrowhead. And this also has that dated feature where it's like, oh, hey, you have the item here, but we're just going to give you a description. So when you're standing in front of a puzzle that requires an item, you tap Y to go into your inventory, use the item, and boom, puzzle is solved. All right, let's go in here. Going down underground. to get our first key. Alright, let's see here. Got a book. It's the Book of Curses. And let's examine it so we can open it. Oh, look. It's a book of keys. Open up the Book of Curses. So we can read it if we want, but we don't want to read it. Now let's examine the key so it'll label it with what kind of key it is. Okay. We got the sword key. Now it's going to call the sword key. Because if you don't examine it and look at that stuff, you're eventually going to have 3 different keys that are all just going to say mansion key. But let's head back into the mansion with no ammo that I can currently use, but since I'm playing as Jill, I do have a way of getting the shotgun that we can use. So let's head back inside, and I should be able to find some handgun ammo in the hallway that this key will open. So let's stay hydrated. And head on over there. Alright, back in here to the room that had the map. The map that I mostly don't need in this game. Well, map I mostly don't need in the original. I do still get lost on item placement here and there with the remake. Alright. Let's go to Jump Scare Hallway. See, I know one of these hides some ammo. Okay, we got a self-defense knife. It's okay, I guess. And if you remember in the original, this was a jump scare hallway. Nope, that one farther ahead. When you first entered this room in the original, which you didn't have to go grab a key for, that little shattering glass would lead to a dog enemy coming through the glass and attacking you. Alright, let's combine these two. Now we can use the Beretta again. Alright, let's go into the next area. With ammo this time. Alright, let's see, we can go. You used the lockpick. Wait, hold on, what's my inventory looking like? Let's not do that yet. Let's go get the shotgun first. And if you notice, I just aimed my weapon when I was about to go around that corner because this game has auto lock. So if there was an enemy around the corner, instead of like pointing straight forward, Jill would have immediately turned towards the enemy. A bit of an easy way to like get around the camera angles and find out if there's an enemy waiting for you around the corner. So let's go in here. I'm pretty sure this is the shotgun area. Shin says a dog attacking you sounds more than just a jump scare. Well, it is more than just a jump scare since you have combat, but it was kind of like that original jump scare that the original game had, where you're just like, oh, look, a hallway, and then shatter, dogs attacking you. Alright, self-defense dagger. Give me that. I will take that. And since we are in Jill's campaign, we can take it without having to go around the mansion and getting the broken shotgun to put in its place. So I'm just gonna waltz around with this shotgun that I totally stole from this room. And we're gonna get the greatest story scene of Resident Evil history, even though the original did it a little funnier. The Jill sandwich sequence. Alright, so now the ceiling's coming down on us because we stole the shotgun. And unlike Chris's campaign, it won't let us go back and return it.
Oh God, what did I do now? Wesker! Barry! Help!
Jill, you in there?
Barry?
You know, Barry was just
Get me out of here! The door's jammed!
hanging
Stand
outside.
back. Grab my hand.
All right, Barry, say the line.
Barry!
That was a close one. A second late.
You are
Fit
almost
nicely
a
into
Jill
sandwich.
Really? Thanks. But Barry,
I'm really
didn't
sad they
you say
didn't
you
do
were
it word
going
for
back to
word.
the dining room to find
Because
other
they
clues?
referenced the Jill sandwich
I'm glad
line
and all, but why
in
are you here?
Revelations 2, which I really loved.
I just had something I
When
wanted
Claire
to
had a
check.
similar situation and she
Anyway,
said,
we should get
I
back
was
to
almost a
searching
Claire
for Wesker and
sandwich.
Chris.
Thanks, Barry. I owe you one.
Don't mention it.
Yeah, I'm really sad that he doesn't just repeat the line word for word. That would have made me that would have brought a big smile to my face. All right, let's see. I need to get to a save room so I can offload some of this stuff, especially those ink ribbons. Well, might as well just keep going to the one on this side of the mansion. I'm pretty sure I can have easy access to this from this hallway we're about to go into. Let's see here. Is it this room or the next one? It might be the next one. Okay. Ah, it's this one. See, there's the auto lock that I was telling you about. If he gets back up, I'm switching weapons. Yep, he's getting back up. I don't want to waste too many shoddy shells on him. Still not dead. Nope, nope, he's dead. He's dead. Alright. Let's go ahead and... I don't have room for this. I'm going to have to deposit some stuff, come back out, grab that herb, and then manage inventory again. So, let's go ahead and use an ink ribbon to save. Which, anybody watching this now or in the future... Alright, let's use the bottom one so I know which one it is. You have to use items to be able to save your progress in this game. Okay, so we're going to deposit the ink ribbons to free up some space. We're going to deposit that herb and swap it out for a first aid spray. We're going to get that ammo out of here. We're going to... I'm not sure if I want to deposit the knife or not. Let's go ahead and combine what we can for the ammo. Grab the ammo that's over here. Not that. Grab the ammo here that's over here on the shelf. Yeah, I'll go ahead and deposit the knife. And the emblem for the moment. Let's grab the other stuff that's down here. Okay, fuel canteen, I'm not going to really need that much. So let's go ahead and deposit that. Let's go ahead and grab that herb and put it in storage as well. And you can see the item management, which used to be a really big strategic thing that you had to do constantly in the old Resident Evil games. You know, before you had Resident Evil 4 and you got a gigantic briefcase that you could take with you to hold a million guns and herbs at the same time. Jill only has 8 slots. I was thinking 6, but that is Chris. So we're going to deposit that. We don't need that right now. No, we need to use those 4 for all the guns. Sadly, I need to keep that. We'll just leave the 2 slots open for now. So let's go ahead and exit the room and we'll go do something else. Alright, so we got into this room. We've got a good amount of ammo for both of our weapons, and we've got the sword key with us still. There's a zombie up here that we'll have to take care of. I know he's up here. There he is. Let's move back a little bit. We'll use our dagger. Okay, reload. Is he dead? Oh, right. Okay, he's dead. I instinctively went for the knife that I put in storage and thought, oh, wait. I don't have the knife with me. Alright, I need the armor key for that. I'm pretty sure I can't access this yet. Oh, yes I can. So we'll explore around for a few minutes. We can make some more herbs. Let's grab all 3 of these. Not all at once, though. Combine a green and a red herb to make the will always fill your health up all the way, like a first aid spray. Let's make sure there isn't anything else in this room that I might need. Oh, I know what this room was. Helmet key we need for that, so we're nothing else of value in here, so we're free to go ahead and grab that last herb, and we'll toss this stuff back in the box. Healing items that I'll probably need later on in this playthrough, because even after the stream today, I'll probably eventually complete the playthrough that we're starting right now. So let's pop back downstairs for just a second, and we'll throw these extra herbs in our item box. And speaking of item boxes, I don't remember if it was in the original or not, but I know this remake had like a difficult mode where the item boxes in the different save rooms were no longer connected. Because like in the normal difficulties, everything I'm throwing in this item box will be accessible in any other item box I find in the game, but I remember there was one difficult mode. I think it was either in this remake or in Director's Cut, where the item boxes were not linked. So if you dropped a first aid spray into this item box and you're at the very end of the game thinking, oh, hey, I need that first aid spray, you will soon come to realize, oh no, it's back in the mansion. I have to go back. All the way back to get it. Alright, let's go into our next room. Actually, I think this is a hallway. Yep, it's a hallway. No enemies right here? Okay. Wooden mount. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. The wooden mount. There's nothing unusual about it. It's a wooden mount. What's unusual about this? This wasn't in the original game. Let's see. Armor key, right? That's one of the key item puzzles. Armor key. And this should go back out into the main hall. Okay. Let's go ahead and open that door and go through there. Hey, it's... Oh, gosh. Please don't force the acid rounds on me.
Other than I'm
I
still
don't remember
alive
if
in
you
this
do or not in the
madhouse?
remake.
No.
Can't say it's much safer.
Because I remember in the original, I
Better
didn't
secure our
like
escape
going
route
into this
first.
scene when I
Get
was
back to her
like
somewhere.
almost full on
All
inventory
right, then.
because he
Let's
would
split
give
up
you
again.
the acid rounds
Hey,
for
hold on a
the
second.
grenade launcher, or
What
a
I've found.
quote-unquote
What?
bazooka, as the
Can of
original game
fizz.
called it.
It's sure to yellow and
And it
melt
would
those
always
things.
always
Yours,
fill
son.
up my inventory.
Hopefully you won't have to use it.
Thanks. It would do this exact thing that's happening right now. Inventory's full.
What about you?
Oh, don't worry.
And now I have to
What
go drop it
system
off
we have
somewhere.
here.
I see. Thanks. I'll take it.
See you later.
No. Throw it away. You don't need it. Alright. Alright. Darn it. I didn't want this. Oh well. Let's work our way over to the other save room so we can drop this off. Should be a zombie or two up here somewhere. Where's he at? There he is! There we go. That's why I like the shotgun. Because if you aim it just right, you can do one-hit kills so you don't waste half a dozen bullets. Alright, now let's go ahead and push this off the side so we can get this item later. And I can reuse my dagger. Let's go ahead and reload the shotgun just to do it. Alright. Onward to the other... Two doors here? Right, locked from the other side. Use the sword key again to get to over here. I know there are enemies in this room. Is he walking towards me? He sure sounds like he is. Oh, he's way over there. Okay, never mind. Actually, no. I do need to go over there. Space this properly. Ah! Didn't get a headshot. Yep, he's dead. Good deal. Alright, let's go downstairs and get to that save room so we can get rid of these acid rounds. And if you guys remember the original in this room, this is where Chris originally met Rebecca Chambers, the main character of Resident Evil 0. Someone whose design I have always liked. Let's drop that off as well. I don't need that. Let's combine these shotgun shells. No. Go over here. Shotgun's got a full clip, and I'm gonna kind of risk things here to get another space in my inventory. It's an old typewriter. I'll go ahead and save again. Because Resident Evil is one of those not checkpoint-based games where if you die, you go back to the last time you made a manual save. Because that's fun. So we'll go ahead and save our content there. And now we'll go all the way back to where we were to see if we can find that grenade launcher. Now let's drop off the ink ribbons here because they're using up inventory space. Alright, let's go all the way back. And possibly run into something that's a little nasty that they added in the remake. Caesar says another great title and indie title at that. I'm playing on the Switch. I'm having a great time. Chill game. And Gabriel says they need to bring back a lot of Resident Evil characters. Yes, they do. I would love for them to bring back Rebecca and Billy. Maybe not both of them. Because I mean, I know Rebecca was in the Vendetta movie, but she hasn't been in a game in a while. And the only returning character that I've seen so far in 7 and onward was Chris. Like, they mention... Like, there's a file that mentions Spencer, but... You know, 7 and 8 with Ethan... You saw Chris appear a couple times, and that's about it. We don't know what's going on with Rebecca, with Leon, Claire, Jill, and all of the rest of them. It would be cool to be able to see them come back. Fingers crossed that the Resident Evil Village DLC that Capcom announced at E3 will at least mention or have one or two appear. That'd be nice. Maybe something centered around what Chris does after Village and have him meet up with one of them or, you know, multiple of them. Alright. So now let's head over here. Never mind. I can't even do it yet. Okay, let's go back. Now let's look at this door first. Locked from the other side. Okay. And Caesar says, and I just completed the whole BioShock series DLC. It was all amazing. Yes, it is. I loved the BioShock series, and I loved the Infinite DLC that let you go to Rapture. I really liked the BioShock games. They were tons of fun, and they had a really good environment, atmosphere, and story. Alright, now let's... Oh, right. The lockpick can open this door. Another one of the new rooms added in the remake. An outside room. Oh, right. This is new as well. These green herbs you can't actually collect. You can use them if you need them when you're here. That's about it. Alright, we're outside. And we're coming over here. You unlocked it. This was one of those locked on the other side doors. And there we go. Alright, let's go back. And we'll go back down to that where that save room is, and we'll explore a little bit of that side of the first floor. Or, well, that side of the mansion. Technically, we're on the second floor right now. But thankfully, we're in a much more comfortable position than we were before. Not like when I had 0 ammo and I was struggling around trying to remember where the remake had all of the spares. Alright, come around here. We good? Oh, you're here. Okay, let me see if I can headshot you. A little closer. Aw. You dead? Yes, good. I remember in the original, you could pretty consistently always get a headshot, one-hit KO when you did that, with the aiming up with them right in front of you. But it's a little more difficult here, sadly. Gabriel, have you played Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3? I have. I played it not terribly long after it came out. I enjoyed it. I I was kind of sad that the roster wasn't like the rosters of the old Marvel Ultimate Alliance games because Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3's roster had a few kind of niche characters here and there, but it was mostly pretty streamlined towards characters available in the MCU. Not that there's anything wrong with those characters, but the original games had a lot more kind of vague, out there characters, and more of them. Just, a lot of characters that you might not know about from, the 30 so MCU movies that are currently available. Something a little less, more streamlined, a little bit more variety. All right, let's see. We'll take a battery pack. Oh, that's right. Battery pack is also a self-defense item. Let me go over to self-defense items. Yeah, you got a taser that you can use on enemies as well. Okay, let's see. There's the broken shotgun. Chris uses that to get the regular shotgun since he doesn't have Barry to save him from that ceiling room. I don't need that. Let's just go on. And this is actually the same place you find the broken shotgun in the original game. Let's move on to this hallway, which should have some... Never mind! I can't go there yet. Alright, well, since we can't go there yet, we might as well head back up here. Wait, do I have... I don't think so. I'm gonna go back in here anyways and look. Because I know I need a little key thing for a puzzle near where we found the arrowhead. Hey. I was not expecting that to happen there. But hey, whatever. Okay, here's where the arrowhead was. Got a couple doors here. I unlocked this one. So let's go ahead and go through here. Silver says, too bad MCU quality has fallen. Yeah, some of the shows were not quite on the level as some of the movies. But I'm really liking the Loki series so far. And I mean, I enjoyed the other two shows. But there are also a lot of rumors going around that a lot of stuff that was supposed to be in those movies were cut due to like all of the weird COVID stuff with shooting on stagecraft. But I won't get too spoilery into all that stuff. Alright, let's see. We're over here. Oh, right. We're in the main hallway now. Let me think. Let's come down this way. But I'm really excited about Doctor Strange 2 and Spider-Man No Way Home. I wonder what's on the other side of this door. Not, you need a key for this. You need to do something else for this. Just really creepy wailing and the game saying, I wonder what's in here. Let's see, I'm pretty sure I don't have access to this yet. No. How much inventory space? Oh, I have 3 inventory space, so I can go ahead and collect this gem for that statue we pushed over earlier. So let's grab that. We'll head in here. Because we're running out of doors that we haven't opened yet. Which is good. That's the kind of thing... That's kind of the thing that horror games back in this age did. Where it's like, oh, you have a million doors, but, you know, some of them are permanently stuck and you can't go into at all. And some of them are like, you need this key for, you need this key for. It was the same thing. It was the same thing with the old Silent Hill games. Need the armor key for that. Where you go into an area and you're like, okay, here are the rooms that I can access, here are the rooms I can't, so I have to go through these rooms that I can access and figure out which one of them... Oh, sweet. Got rid of the key. But you have to figure out which one of them has the key items you need, or the keys, to open up the other doors. You know, and kind of like slowly getting to the point where you find what you need. Let's see, we got a dagger here. I got more handgun ammo here. Just get me into a nice, comfortable position with all this ammo. Let's head back here. It's probably a zombie. He's here. I cannot use that yet, so I gotta leave and have another little cinematic zombie coming after you scene right up here. Gabriel, Dead Space for Switch. Dead Space would be fun. Well, it's been a while since Dead Space had anything going on, as far as like new games and stuff. But it'd be cool to have like a Dead Space 1 or Dead Space 1 through 3 for the Switch. Alright, so let's see here. Do I want to try this again? Yeah, I'll try this again. Yeah! Now let's switch back to the Beretta. Make sure I don't accidentally overuse this shotgun stuff, because I don't have as much for that. Dami says, if Hulk turns into a zombie, I'm done. I don't think Marvel Zombies is something they're planning on doing soon. So I don't think we need to worry about that. But Hulk will be, I think Hulk will be in something relatively soon, because the She-Hulk show is being developed, and he'll probably appear in that. Alright, let's see. We just got... Alright, we got supplies. And we don't need the sword key anymore. So let's head back. And look at those other rooms that we didn't go into on the other side of the mansion. Alright, we'll move over here. I'm pretty sure we can't get into the dressing room area yet. No. Helmet key. Because if you didn't play the original, the dressing room was hidden back in that area, which was where you had to go to use costumes that you unlocked when you beat the game. Because unlike the recent Resident Evil games where you could just choose a costume from character select, you had to actually beat the game, load your clear data, and go into the dressing room to be able to access those alternate costumes. And into the next room. Oh right, I know where a key is. It's in a room over here. Not this room. This room, the bathroom. Gabriel asked if I'm going to get Fatal Frame for the Switch. I might. I'm not 100% on it yet. But I'm just like, I'm like, right now I'm in a weird spot where I'm like, I have so much stuff that I'm trying to work and get caught up on. Alright, now I have a little cinematic scene where Jill is going to get a little bit ill. Don't worry, Jill. And that scene is where the screenshot for my thumbnail of the Switch version came from. Oh, it doesn't have a key in it. It just has a dagger. It was probably Chris's campaign I was thinking of, since he gets those small keys that open the things that Jill's lockpick opens. We still got to see the scene where Jill got sick. All right, moving on. Let's go into this hallway. There should be a couple more doors over here that I haven't gone into yet. Not this one. I went through that one. I need a special key for that door. Need an armor key for that door. Swap over to the Beretta. Back up a little bit. And dead. All right. Oh, that's right. I can go out here a little bit now. I mean, obviously we can't go into the courtyard yet. But we can go out and see, hey, there's an indentation thing here. There's probably something that opens this door. Oh, hey, here are the dogs. And their energetic nature of being able to get up and immediately pounce on you after being struck by a couple stray bullets. Gabriel, question, are all Silent Hill games related? Not all of them. 1 and 3 are related. 2 is sort of its own thing. Because as the Silent Hill series progressed, it got to a point where kind of like the town was a sort of... The town shaped its nightmare around the visitor's trauma. Actually, let me take that back for 1 and 3. The games that are linked between 1 and 3 are Origins 1 and 3. Those are all fairly related with similar characters. But some of them are kind of like standalone on their own sort of things. And the Vita game was a dungeon crawler that wasn't really like canonically related. It was just kind of like a fan service game where you go through, like, you have like a little dungeon crawler thing, and you see enemies from pretty much the entire series show up. What was I going in here for? I think I was... Oh yeah, I need to grab these, and I want to reload my shotgun. So let's reload that bad boy. But one thing that is the same between pretty much all of the Silent Hill games, well, Silent Hill 2 and onward, they all have beautiful vocal tracks by Mary Elizabeth McGlynn. She has always done amazing music, and I'm kind of sad that Silent Hill hasn't gotten anything lately, because every time a new Silent Hill game came out, she would always have these amazing musical tracks that came along with them. Granted, she's been doing some other things lately. If you noticed, some other horror games have had vocal music from her. Namely, like Kolot, a game that I think I reviewed last year that was about the Dyatlov Pass incident. It was kind of a smaller indie horror game, but its theme song, they brought Mary in to be able to sing, and it was very good. I think that's the biggest thing that I miss from the Silent Hill series kind of waning down lately. I always love going into a new game and finding all of the new tracks that they brought in Mary Elizabeth to be able to sing. Sorry about that. I had to mute myself for a second. All right, let's see. Do I have? Nope. And we'll move a helmet. Let's go back into that other area. Okay. Now there's one area we haven't visited much in the mansion yet. In this hallway, we went the path that led back to the main hall. So now we'll go on the other path, which should be this way. All right, got a nice little room here. Let's go into the next. We're back in this hallway. Yeah, let's go back in here because I think we had to unlock. Oh, right. There's no doorknob on it, so you can only access it in one direction. All right, let's go back around. And all right, yeah, we'll scrounge this place for. Let's see, dog whistle. Oh, I remember this. That outside area on the second floor we were at earlier. We use a dog whistle to attract enemies to us. On purpose. So let's head back over there and do that. Okay, running through this area. And we're going to have to go back onto this side. Actually, since we unlocked that door, we should have easy access to it right here. Yeah. That way we don't have to go all the way back around to get to it. Let's move over here. Because we have to use the dog whistle to attract some dogs over here. Because one of the dogs is going to have an item on them that we're going to need to progress. So let's come right up here. Probably should use the shotgun for this. Use the dog whistle. You blew the dog whistle. Alright, I'm gonna have to watch my health. Actually, or I can just say, yoink! Bye now. Now we're gonna go into this area, probably heal, and then we're gonna examine that item we just got. Alright, sure, I'll use it. I've got plenty in there. Alright, examine this. I will press the switch to open it up and get a coin. That suspiciously has an armor emblem on it. All right. We're gonna get... Right. There were two in here. Let's go back down here for a second. Did I use... Yeah, I did. Let's pull another healing item out of here. Open up this. Grab that. And we'll rub this. Use an ink ribbon? Yes, please. There we go. Save foreign medical storage room. Gabriel says, I was thinking about getting Silent Hill Homecoming and the one for the Wii. Wait, which one is the one for the Wii? If it's what if it's what I think it is... Yeah, it's Shattered Memories. Silent Hill Shattered Memories was a lot of fun. It's not exactly like the old Silent Hill games. It's kind of like a pseudo reimagining of the original game, because they removed a lot of the combat elements of it. But it's still a pretty good game. I'm really sad that it kind of never came to newer systems after it came out for, I believe it was the Wii, the PS2, and the PlayStation Portable. I loved the PSP Silent Hill games. Shattered Memories and Origins were a lot of fun to play. Let me think. Where do I need to go for this? Oh, we need to run around. Shattered Memories also had some really good music. The song that Mary Elizabeth sang for that game, Hell Frozen Rain, is very good. I still listen to that on occasion to this day, and I started listening to it back when Shattered Memories came out on the PSP, which was in 2009. I love that song. Though, based on what I was talking about earlier, you probably could easily understand that. I just like her music in general. She does such good vocal tracks for horror games. Alright, let's pop back down. I am fairly sure of where I need to put this little emblem thing. Or coin. Let's examine it first, see if it changes. Oh, hey. It did. Imitation of key. Yes, I absolutely know where this goes. Let's go and grab our second major key. Gabriel says Downpour. Downpour might have also come out on the Wii. Silent Hill Downpour. Silent Hill Downpour was a PS3 360 game. So yeah, the Wii one is definitely Shattered Memories. And I think Downpour is one of the only Silent Hill games I never played. I hear crows. Yeah, it looks like it Downpour never came to PC until a 360 emulator happened. Because I remember I loved 2. I enjoyed 3. 4 was okay. 1 was really good. Origins and Shattered Memories I loved. And I mean, even the Vita dungeon crawler game I really enjoyed. I just love that series. It was such a good horror series, and I'm sad that it's kind of slow and might not come back again. I kind of wish that Konami had ported... Actually, no. Let me take that back. I was about to say, I kind of wish they would have ported the Silent Hill HD collections to new systems. But I also remember that HD collection It wasn't the best. They changed a lot of vocal tracks for Silent Hill 2, and it wasn't nearly as good as the original. Though I would still love to play them again. I would love playing Silent Hill 2 and 3 again. Like, if they brought that over to the Switch, that would be awesome. Like, what's their name? The developers that are bringing over House of the Dead to the Switch. That I'm really excited about too. I have a lot of really fond memories of the original House of the Dead and 2 in the arcades. Here we go. And yes, I know I glossed over that zombie that just reanimated itself. I'm not a big fan of Crimson Heads. Alright, now here's the second key. And we're going to have a trap activate, but it doesn't matter because we have the makeshift key that we can use to fool the puzzle. Now we can come around this way and leave without a scratch. And we're going to equip our shotgun because we're about to be introduced to Crimson Heads. Because if you notice, that zombie in that room reanimated itself, it got back up. That's what's called a Crimson Head. Some zombies in this game will reanimate and be faster and stronger. Where's he at? And the Crimson Heads, basically what this game put in, that fuel canteen we found in that storeroom, the Crimson Heads, basically they can't reanimate if you burn their bodies. Basically the game's saying, hey, we want you to waste all of this fuel and stuff to burn everybody Crimson Head. And Crimson Heads are something that I think never came back to the series again. They didn't, honestly, it was surprising that they didn't come back in the remakes of Resident Evil 2 and 3. Just kill a zombie, walk away, and then later on, suddenly just gets back up and they're chasing you again. I think they might have been in one of the side games, though. Maybe. I don't remember. I just know that they were a real big thing in this game because that's kind of like introduced them, and it introduced the concept of a zombie that's been killed that gets back up even stronger. And there we go. Let's head back over this way. Gabriel asks if I have Twitch. I've used Twitch once or twice, and that's about it. I do all my streaming over here. And I mean, I don't do it that often. It's like once every week or two. Because really, the focus of the channel is reviews. Streaming is just kind of like a fun thing that I can also do. See, Luke says, I wish Capcom wouldn't cheap out on the physical. You mean the physical copy of the Resident Evil games, like that triple pack they made for 4, 5, and 6? And I think a bunch of the other ones. They also made a physical copy of 0 and 1, but I don't think the Revelations ever got a physical copy on the Switch. Oh, good. Zombies just bunch of zombies just broke into the mansion through these windows. All right, let's use that. I got turned around there. No, 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 no. I don't think so. We're gonna go over here. Yeah, I don't think so, buddy. Pop into our save room. Luke, the physical for 0 and 1 only has 0 on the card. Oh, that's right, that's right. Yeah, because 1 was a digital download. More supplies, yay! Let's grab the supplies I want. More ammo. Go on, Jill. Grab the other stuff. Healing items. More ammo again. Oh my gosh. Now I've got like 70 rounds for the handgun. Sweet. Let's deposit this and this. Let's see, and 4, 5, and 6 only has 4 on the cart. Huh, interesting. I could probably understand that because these are big downloads. At least a little bit. Well, I know 0 and 1 are big downloads. Because 1 is... manage software. 1 is 14 gigs by itself. I don't remember what all the other ones are. I think 4 is a little smaller than that. Gabriel, does the 4 have motion controls like on the Wii? No, it does not. The Resident Evil 4 HD version that's on the Switch is based on the PS3 and Xbox 360 versions. The motion aiming was not built in. Alright, now we're gonna close out of here because we have gone for a little bit over an hour, and that was the plan for today, because I also do have a lot of work to do on other things. I want to try to get Destroy All Humans done today so I can work on the review for Friday and hopefully get started on this guy over here. But anyways, yeah, that was the stream today. We've been going for about an hour and a half. And, you know, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and anybody who's interested in the giveaway, I hope this gave you a good amount of gameplay to, you know, let you decide on whether you want to enter that or not. But outside of that, I'll be back with a review of Destroy All Humans, hopefully on Friday. And my voice is already starting to go out from how much talking I've been doing today. So I am going to give my vocals a little bit of a rest, work on that stuff, and I will see you guys maybe next week in another stream.